'cause I'm on fire. Oh yeah, Daniela's on fire. Oh yeah, breakfast with Bob, breakfast with Bob, breakfast with Bob, breakfast with Bob.
Poncho Man, everybody, our huge studio audience. We are presented by EAS Sports Nutrition, by Cliff Bar, Timex, Roca, by Tanya Puta Resort, Rudy Project, and Slow Twitch. Our next guest is on fire. We're talking, she has won everything. Last year was second here. She's won 2 70.3 world titles in a row. She won Ironman Frankfurt and is back here for another shot at Kona. How are you, Daniela Ryf?
Hi, Bob. Yeah, thank you. I'm very well. I'm excited to be back here, and it's such a great spot, and I really look forward to the race now, yeah.
I remember last year you came in just a few days before the race, and then you're sort of scrambling, put the bike together, all that type of stuff. This year you came a little earlier.
Yeah, I got myself a few more days. I also had a few more things to do before the race this year, and I think it's been good. I'm happy I've been here for a while. I could check actually the course again. You know, now
Yes.
I've no excuses. I know the course, so
You didn't really know the course.
There shouldn't be any surprising hills this time. I know where the hills are this time. Yeah.
Well, I remember last time you really hadn't been on Ali'i Drive until I think you came for the show or something.
Yeah, well, actually, I haven't. I ran once again this year on Ali'i Drive. Didn't go till the very end.
Yes.
I think the more important part is,
The bike.
No, also the run. I mean,
right.
like the other part of the run.
Yes.
And also, yeah, of course, the bike. I'm happy I can, could have a little look at it. And now I feel ready.
So, two-time Olympian, 2008, 2012. When did you decide that it was time to move on to longer distance?
Well, pretty much after the Olympics in London, I kind of struggled a bit with the motivation, and I went to some non-drafting races, and I realized I just really like to, push the bike hard, and
Yes.
that's where the passion came back, and that's where I started to do some half Ironmans. I think my first one was in 2013 in the spring. And that's where I started to really love it. And and in the end of 2013, when I started training with Brett, and I mean, obviously it's quite known that he likes to put the athletes on long course, and
Yes.
He did the same with me, and I'm really glad he did.
Well, he's had so much success long course with someone like Chrissy Wellington and Caroline Steffen and now yourself. What does Brett Sutton bring to the table as a coach?
Well, he definitely has a lot of good qualities.
Yes.
One of the thing is, of course, he has a lot of experience, so you can also profit from this. But then also he knows the athletes. He can read the athletes. Because he used to coach horses, so
Yes.
you actually don't really have to talk to him. He just reads you, and that can be quite a good, can be advantage. Can be also a disadvantage because if you trying to sneak out of a training session
Yes.
and saying like, oh, I'm really tired, he can really read that you're not tired. So that
he knows.
sucks sometimes.
He can see right through you.
Yeah, he can.
So where did the Angry Bird come from, that nickname?
Well, yeah, that's it's funny. Like Brett, that's
He
from
likes
Brett.
nicknames.
Yeah, he likes nicknames. He makes all kind of funny nicknames,
Yes.
and mine came from just my face apparently, because I look really angry when I concentrate, and it's not that I'm angry all the time, but it's apparently this face I do, and so I see it a bit as that when you have the killer instinct, you
Yes.
really want to like go for it, and
Yes.
so it's my race face, and my also my training face when I train hard.
I remember talking to Brett after last year, and I said, how do you balance training somebody for 70.3 Worlds, right, and for Kona, because they're a month apart? And he said, with Daniela, it was really important to train for 70.3 Worlds and then be a little undertrained for Kona. Mm-hmm. Because if we had done the opposite and she didn't have the speed to win 70.3 Worlds, she probably would not have come here if she had not done well at 70.3 Worlds. Mm-hmm. True?
Well, yeah, it was my big goal last year to win 70.3 Worlds.
Right.
And so I was really happy to achieve that title. And for me then coming to Kona was like a bonus. So I could I didn't have any pressure, and I just wanted to come here, and I still aimed for the win,
of
but
course.
I didn't pressure myself. And this year we had a bit of a different tactic. We did the 7.3, of course, as a goal, but now it's also a big goal to
So this was a bigger
perform.
goal.
This year it is a big goal, yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Speaking of big goals, this year there's a $1 million challenge out there, and it started with Challenge Dubai, which you won. And then the second event became Ironman 70.3 Worlds Austria, which you won. And I think the next one is Bahrain, which is coming up in November. And if you win that, you'll win $1 million and take all of us out to dinner.
Well, I probably have to, yeah.
Yes, yes. I don't know if we've ever had anything like that in the sport of triathlon, $1 million bonus. Have you thought about that? I'm sure you've thought about it. But so you've got Ironman, and you've still got another race after this. What will your plans after Kona, win or not win?
Yeah, it's. For me, it's been already a great season.
you
So
think?
now
Yeah.
to be here is like my next. That's what I think about next. About the race on Saturday, and then from then that's like Bahrain, of course, is also
$1 million.
Yeah, it's a big race. I can't really not say I'm not focusing on this as well. So the plan originally was to go home and. Because I still study, so I got a few things
I was
to
going
do.
to say, are you still in school?
Not so much anymore,
Yes.
I've cut it a bit, but so I kind of was planning to go back, but my coach told me I probably should put my life on hold a bit for the next 6 weeks, and actually it might be worth to focus on Bahrain. So now we're going to Thailand after this race.
Yes.
I'll still train a bit here, and then we're training in Tanyampura for a few weeks, and then we're going to Bahrain straight away.
I love that. So the last time you didn't win a race was Ironman last October? You pretty much undefeated since then?
Yes, that's true, yeah.
And those have all been big races. It's not like you've gone to a lot of little races. Those are against the best competition. What do you remember from this race last year? I mean, you had a phenomenal day. You swam well, you rode well, you ran well. Going into the marathon and being on a course that you really didn't know that much about, how did you feel throughout that marathon?
Oh, it was a hard marathon because I've done before last year. I only did two more Ironmans.
Yes.
And the run felt quite easy. I didn't have to push myself till the very last
Yes.
limit. And then coming here, having Rachel Joyce in my back. It's a different feeling when you have people close to you and
Right.
you feel really, someone is trying to catch you. And I remember it as, I did a good job. I think till 25K I was going pretty well. And then, the hammer came around 30K. So I did some little mistakes. Definitely remember going, when I turned around on Energy Lab.
Yes.
I didn't know how far the others were back. And I was quite surprised because, when you see them on the turnaround, it feels closer than it actually is.
Right.
So that kind of surprised me to see where
So
they
they're
are.
right there.
And coming out of Energy Lab, I didn't realize it was this hilly going up there. And that kind of broke me in my head. So
Yes.
when you're like having a little bit of hunger, kind of like almost fading.
Yes.
And then having a little bit of problems with your muscles, your head is kind of sensible to negative surprises. So that was not the best combination. But I look back to a really, really great race last year, and now I just want to finish it strong this year.
A lot of people look at this race as a battle between yourself and Mirinda Carfrae, 3-time champion, who's run 250 here on the course. What do you feel you have to run to win this race?
Well, I had some funny dreams lately. I dreamt she ran 2:24, so I don't know what I have to run, but I think I can run fast too. So I definitely gonna bike solid, and
Yes.
and to be honest, my confidence is been sometimes almost better in the run than on a bike. So it's
Yes. You're a
it's
great
been
runner.
consistent this year, and my goal is just to finish the marathon strong. So that's my goal. And last year I couldn't do this, and
Yes.
this year I will try.
When she caught you in the marathon, was there a point where you tried to stay with her, or was it the type of thing where you felt there's just nothing here?
I did try. Even I knew it's gonna be. She came like a speedy train, and I was I was just getting better again in this part because I had some food about 3-4 Ks before. So the energy was starting to come back. And she probably passed me with about 15-16 Ks an hour. And I was really hurting. So I just thought I'm going to try and hang on.
Yes.
And it lasted for like 10 meters. But yeah, at least I tried. You always have to try, of course.
So knowing that your first time, we had just won Ironman 70.3 Worlds, and then you took second at the Ironman World Championship. That's a phenomenal season on its own. Coming down that last stretch on Elite Drive, what were your thoughts? And knowing that at that point your season was pretty much over.
Sorry, you mean?
Oh, what were your thoughts coming down Elite Drive at the end for the first? Because that was your first time coming down Elite Drive.
Well, yeah. To be honest, I had like mixed feelings. Because Mirinda only just passed me about 5 or 6 K before the finish. So the whole race,
you're leading.
I believed I can win.
Yes.
And so you kind of like, I actually thought about just don't give up, because you never know. It can always happen to her as well.
Sure.
You can have a cramp
Exactly.
before the race, before the finish, and so I just tried to keep on pushing really hard and see if I can still see her. But I didn't see her anymore. But it was, the atmosphere itself was great to come and then to be able to finish still second. It was incredible, and to see there my mom in the finish, and also I was relieved to be finished, but also I was quite proud to come here and just put everything out there, because that's what I did last year. I just didn't have any fear. I just went there and gave it all I had, and that's what I'm proud of. You
raced without fear. For someone who's on this course for the first time last year, you just went for it right from the gun. That was great.
Well, that was my only option. I even said before the race I will try to win, even I knew it's going to be maybe not possible, and that's how I raced. I just went all out on the bike and then tried to hold it together in the run, and I hold it almost together. But I'm really happy with my race last year. If
you end up winning Kona and then win Bahrain, it'll probably be the greatest season any triathlete's ever had in terms of winning major races, winning prize money, because between 110 or 120 whatever this is and the 70.3 Worlds, there's that's and on bonuses with all your sponsors. This is a pretty amazing season. Do you feel that did you feel going into this season that you had this type of season in you?
I definitely had a great winter. I trained really consistent and really quite hard. I wouldn't say I put though I might have put a little bit more work in than last year.
Yes.
And that's something for an athlete which is incredible. Like, if you put in the work and it comes back, you can race fast. It's really nice. For me, it's not really all the time about winning. It's just to actually perform the best you can.
Yes.
So even like in a race, for example, in Fuerteventura, Mallorca, which were not world champion or world championships, I still pushed hard till the end. So I think for me that's what I do in every race. That's why for me it's like a world championship is not like something that's I'm going to put more effort in, because I put effort in every race.
Yeah.
And so I just try to show the best I can be, and that's what I'm going to do for the next 2 races. And if I do that, then I think the chances are good I can do a good result as well.
When you look back on your career with the 2 Olympics, and what's the best race you ever had that you feel meant the most to you?
Yeah, it's actually funny. It's not the biggest race.
Yes.
It's last year in Rapperswil, the 70.3 Ironman 70.3 was, I believe, my perfect race. Like, when you actually go to the start and you swim well and you don't feel any pain, you ride as hard as you can and your legs just do it, and then you run and you keep pushing and pushing, and your heart can still pump. That's the feeling I aim for in every race.
Yes.
And it doesn't happen much, especially in Ironman. I haven't had it yet, because to have this feeling for 9 hours,
yes,
it would be pretty amazing. And that's one race I really remember. And the other race was actually also last year in Zurich. Was my first Ironman.
Yes.
And so it was really a crazy weekend because I did the 5150 on Saturday.
Yes, that's
and then
right.
the Ironman on Sunday, and it was crazy. And I just went there and then I realized, in the start I thought, oh, it's so long, like 180k, it's like stupid to sit so long on your bike. And then when I had halfway, I realized, it's okay, I can just do another 90 and then I'm done. And this experience to actually realize, it's Ironman racing is actually quite fun because you can, that's what I realized there, you can, you have spectators, you get food everywhere.
Cater workout.
And then if you do okay, you even get a little bit, you get paid for it.
You get paid for it.
It's not a bad job we have,
It's not a bad job, especially when you can make $1 million in a couple of months. That's pretty good. How about a big round of applause for Daniela Ryf?
Thank you.
We are getting presented by EA Sports Nutrition, Cliff Bar, Timex, Roca, Tanya Porter Resort, Rudy Project, Slow Twitch. We are wrapping up day 3 of Breakfast with Bob. Poncho Man, take us out.
She's on fire. Oh yeah. Daniela's on fire. Baby. Breakfast with Bob, breakfast with Bob, breakfast with Bob. It's Breakfast with Bob.
Poncho Man! How fun was that?